Inside Indian Football episode number 65. With all the political and off-field drama, finally we can say, of course the elections are still to take place, and all the people who are fighting for position in the AFF are already doing their bits to secure the votes or win the unopposed election. First of all, let me clear straight away, I'm not a big fan of unopposed selections of president or general secretary. I think there should be a proper election need to take place, and I think maybe Indian government or SAI, they need to put on a sports code or something like that. You need minimum one opponent so that there is an election is there, not somebody is always chosen as unopposed, because even the Indian democracy, for example, our democracy have been always, when there are multiple parties fighting for, say, the government at the state level, at the central level, at the even panchayat level also. So I think hopefully going ahead that will change, but I think we can keep that aside. I think the administrators at AFF, SAI, Supreme Court are into on these matters, and hopefully that will sort it out. But I think one thing which I want to tell you is that at least this month 4 Indian football teams are in action. So I think that's a big month in terms of for the Indian football teams. And when I say Indian football team, it's also include our women's team also, and 2 youth Indian teams. One of the, I think, fans' favorite, Bibiano Fernandes, India under 17, new batch of India under 16 team will be in action this month. First they will be action the SAF championship, then they will play in the qualifiers, and also India under 20 team, under 19 team will be playing in the AFC under 20 qualifiers. So 2 big continental qualifiers for our youth teams. With COVID hit last couple of years, no youth football for our young footballers. This is a good opportunity for the fans, for the young players to show that what they are, and why they are the next generation of Indian footballers. And for the fans, it's a great opportunity to see the new generation of Indian footballers. Other than that, Indian football women's team also playing the SAF Women Championship. They are the record time holder and the winners of the SAF Women Championship. Pakistan is making comeback in the international football with this tournament, and they have been preparing for, I will say, better than India till now, because of course of the ban and everything. India was not able to prepare the same way they would have liked. But the Indian women's team will be favorite for the SAF Women Championship, and they are playing their first game against Pakistan. So that's one. And of course later in the month we will have Indian senior team in action against Vietnam and Singapore in FIFA international window. So for the dates, let me clarify the dates for all these events straight away. SAF under 17 championship will start on 5th of September, will go till 16th of September. SAF Women's Championship will also start on 6th of September, will go till 19th of September. India is playing Pakistan on 6th of September. Then AFC under 20 Asian Cup Qualifiers will start on SAF September 14 and will finish on September 18th. This is the same team which played in recently ended SAF under 19 championship, where they won. Gurkirat Singh batch, by the way, and I am sure there will be some addition on these players who played in that tournament, because I think there was some better Indian young footballers playing in other tournaments and next gen like Durand Cup we have seen till now. Indian senior team will be in action again against Vietnam and Singapore on September 24 to September 27, and early part of the October when Durga Puja and Dashera will be there. India under 17 team, Bibiano Fernandes India 17 team will be playing in the AFC under 17 Asia Cup Qualifiers. I think that's a fact about Bibiano Fernandes team. Their last 2 batches by Bibiano Fernandes, both the last 2 batches have qualified for the AFC under 17 or under 16 championship, final championship. And for many people, Bibiano is the best Indian coach right now, because and of course he has got these results with these young kids, which is not easy sometimes. And of course in terms of the youth teams, our under 16 teams have always done well in past also. It's the under 19 where our team struggled, and I have always said one thing about the structure of coaching in AFF, that the coach should also graduate with the batch. If Bibiano Fernandes is under 16 batch with him, say for example this batch, and they do well, Once they move to under 19, I think Viviano should also move to under 19 with them. Once they move to under 23, Viviano should also move to under 23, and then he can come back again with the batch under 16. That's how Viviano will have a data analysis and the behavior of these players from when they're 14, 15 till they turn 21, 22, and then of course he can make a report, detailed report for senior team coach to analyze these players, what are the advantage, what are the disadvantage, and that's how I think the coaches can also help. The players will be comfortable with the one coach, and I think we all know that we want to see Viviano in the bigger competition for India, and I think he has the potential to be the next big coach in Indian football, to coach Indian senior team one day. So I think I'm looking forward to see that what magic Viviano teams create in these two tournaments. Of course, looking forward to see our women's team back in action against Pakistan. Of course, I think big game. Our senior team again, Vietnam, will be very interesting game. Singapore, I think we should defeat Singapore if we can prepare well. But till now, still everybody is waiting for the preparation. Waiting for the preparation of the international friendlies. India has not started any preparation, till now. So I think, just give me 1 second. India has not started the preparation, and what Mr. Ego's team match, when he was here in this podcast, he told that he will at least need 15 days camp before any international friendlies. So if India is playing on 24th of September, ideally India's camp should start around 6th or 7th or 8th of September. I think he will need at least 15 days to prepare his team. So these are the Indian football team, Indian football team fixtures schedule coming up, and 4 Indian team in action. So I think hopefully let's see that how these Indian team do. Where will under 20 matches take place? Iraq has some problem. I think as of now AFC have not changed the venue. They are going ahead with Iraq only. Even the say for example Australia has withdrawn from that group, but they have not changed the venue as of now. Now, I-League schedule updates. Some I-League teams signing good foreigners. There will be good fight for I-League, I think, and of course this season is the season where the I-League winners qualify for the ISL. So I think everybody wants to give the fight for that spot. So I think let's wait. I think we have got ISL schedule, and I think I'm very happy to see on this series only. I've been saying again and again, ISL need break during the weeks. It's became hectic Monday to Sunday, not just for players, not just for the coaches, for the fans, for media, for us, like for people who are involved in the business. And I think finally, if you see ISL fixtures now, most of the games are Thursday to Sunday, with Saturday having double headers, and I think that's great news overall. Another major takeaway is also from ISL fixtures, there is no break for FIFA World Cup, which was kind of rumored or kind of reported earlier, but I think reason means it is not there. Super Cup is coming back, that's one. Second, they need to finish games in time, because there is no games on the other day. So there are some games on Monday and Tuesday to balance out, for example ATK Mohun Bagan campaign in AFC Cup and everything. So in between they do have game on Monday and Tuesday, but mostly 90% games are from Thursday to Sunday. I think that's a great news. ISL started as a franchisee league, just like IPL, is finally moving towards the proper football league. That's one. Second thing is the ISL playoff system have been changed, and many of you know that I'm not a big fan of ISL playoff system. I have on this window, I have on this channel, I have again and again said I want to involve more teams for the playoff races, and even if they want to keep the playoff. Ideally, I would have involved 7th or 8th place team, but it's a great start to have a 5th or 6th team involved in the playoff race. So which means that the not just the top 4 team, 5th and 6th team will be also have something to play for. And if 5th and 6th team have something to play for, the teams who will be in the table from 7th, 8th and 9th, they will try their best to win top 6. And I'm waiting that how they distribute the now prize money. Will they distribute the prize money just for top 4 teams, or they will give the 5th or 6th team more money compared to the previous season? That will be again a motivation, because we have seen that in past, once teams start their season, they are all motivated, they all want to do well, but by that time the season goes to the last part of the season, where we know that who are the teams who can get top 4. The team who are the bottom part of the table, they give their heart, they lose their heart, and they don't give 100% on the games. It's just the mental way, they know that they can't do anything with it. But now with the 5th and 6th slots available for the playoff, that will give other teams who are at the, not the 5th, 6th team, 7th, 8th, 9th, also a motivation to do well. Even the team who are 10th or 11th, if there is a mathematically possible for them to get in top 6, I think they will try their way to do it. So how it will be, let me also tell you, that it will be from the 3rd place will play against 6th place, the 4th place team will play against 5th place. So this will be eliminator, and then there will be semi, and I think as of now it looks like the eliminators are a single leg. So that's what I can, let me just double check on the fixtures also. Is it a single leg or it's a double leg? I would love to have the double leg, but that's a risky for the teams who are on the 3rd or 4th, maybe because one match and they will be out of the, let me just quickly check for the eliminator, that is it the single leg and the double leg. Just give me 1 second. As of now, it looks like that it's a single leg, because yes, it looks like it's a single leg, the eliminators. So 2 knockout games, and I think 3rd team, say if they lose against 6th team in this one game, they will feel that they have been robbed, because they will feel that they have done so well to finish 3rd. I think ideally it should have been home and away, which means more games for the teams, but they have kept it single leg. Maybe from the next year onwards they can make it a double leg, and then there is a semi-final which is home and away games, where the 1st place team will play against the winner of eliminator 2, which will be 4th or 5th place team, and then the 2nd place team will play the winner of the eliminator 1, which will be 3rd or 6th place team. So that means 2 more games for the teams, of course, who are in the playoffs, and that keeps the ISL interested, not just for the top team but for the bottom half team. So that's regarding the ISL fixtures. Of course, full fixtures are available on the ISL website. You can go to the KNTV websites where you can see. And I think disappointing, some people are on the comment section, is disappointing that there is no break for the FIFA World Cup. And I think another thing is, which people need to note now, ISL going to compete with Pro Kabaddi League. By the way, Pro Kabaddi League is starting on the 7th, same date. So how do Star give priorities to which league? And of course, Pro Kabaddi League has a bigger TV ratings, bigger TV fan following than ISL. So will ISL be only shown on 1 or 2 channels? That's again a major concern. How many languages they will show ISL into, and how many channels they give ISL. So ये बहुत बड़ा एक सवाल है. We have to wait for Star Sports press releases and everything to decide that how they're going to showcase 2 leagues together. So I think that's it. And then of course there's the World Cup coming up. So ISL, I think ideally I would have preferred a break in ISL during the World Cup. But now issue is that they need to finish games, and there's a Super Cup. There will be AFC Cup for say ATK Mohun. This year there is no AFC Cup, but next year onwards there will be AFC Cup also in between in weekdays. So I think that's one thing. Please tell about Akash Mishra contracted J2 team. Will he play there or not? Aryan, I think first I have flagged that the rumors people picked from social media, updates from the players. Akash Mishra was never about to sign for any J League club. He went to Japan for a training/trial, and Hyderabad FC was confident that he will come back, and there was no contract offer to Akash Mishra. It was rumored from social media posts and the fans and the social media handles of these some people who do rumoring. They started putting that he has been offered contract. Akash Mishra was never offered contract. Hyderabad FC was very confident regarding the that he will come back, and everyone was surprised when the Indian fans and they started thinking it was just a trial and training. Hopefully he has done enough this time around that they can call him back again next season, and maybe that time they can offer him the contract. Akash Mishra has a clause in his contract where he can leave for foreign club. Hyderabad will not stop him if there is a good offer. Since only 1 leg of eliminator on whose home ground will take place, I think it will be placing against second and third place team. They will be given an advantage because they finished higher in the table. Very bad schedule by ISL, no equality. stats सबसी. So आप बता सकते हैं why do you so feel so? सर स्टार का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कौन से ईयर तक है आईएसएल का? स्टार कॉन्ट्रैक्ट is there till 2024. So basically I think either they will keep it 23-24 season, and if they don't renew it, because 10-year deals when they sign in 2014, so that will be the year which can be renewed. Ashish, and I know who will be next AFF president. Is it open secret who will be president? I think of course I will tell you one thing. There was a press conference organized by state FAs to announce something, and of course they're going to announce that we have decided mutually that unopposed that XYZ person will be president, XYZ person will be vice president, ABC person will be treasurer, and another person, IJK, will be the general secretary of AFF. But what happened then, all of a sudden the Baiching Bhutia got support from 2 state federation, and he filed nomination, and that changed the whole picture, and now there need to be election for at least. And then when Baiching Bhutia shown some guts or courage to fight the election, 2 more people have come who are fighting elections now, vice president and treasurer position. So I think that's good. We are a democratic country. We need election to take place, and I'm very happy that Baiching Bhutia have come ahead and shown courage to be to be fighting for these elections. Even if he doesn't win it, I think it's what Baiching Bhutia is looking for is to clean up Sikkim Football Association also. I think he feels that Sikkim football of course has lots of potential. Sikkim has given us Baiching Bhutia, one of the greatest Indian footballer in recent time. So I think Sikkim need a better state federation for sure, and I think with the momentum Baiching Bhutia will get with the AFF elections, he will go into Sikkim Football Association, make sure that he try to change the scenario there and make sure Sikkim Football Association get back to it. Get back to organizing state league, get back to doing what state federation need to do. I think that's a great approach, and hopefully he goes there, be there, and maybe next election Baiching Bhutia come back and win the AFF president election. He need to stay in. It's not like that if you lose election and then you again going home, do TV punditry, do shows, and that's it, and then you come back again in next AFF election. No, I think he need to go, and even if you win it, great. If you don't, be there, active in the state association. Make sure he make and change the scenario with Sikkim football, and anything great. Ashish bhai, give an update on Northeast foreign players. Northeast, a couple of foreign players which we have also done the stories and which also came. If you guys remember, the Spanish centre back, which they signed, which John Gajetanga, it's done. It's already done, and it's done from our side. There was another player which we did, Jacobison is also done for Northeast. 2 players. There is a forward signing which we heard, but what I'm told it's not done till now. So I can't name them. Let me just also check for what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's give me a second. So I think we heard about it, but I think the German forward with whom Northeast United are in talks with, he played for Germany under 21, played for a couple of clubs in Bundesliga, and also have some Asian experience. He was in he was in advanced talk with Northeast, I will say. It's not done as of now, so I can't take the names, and that's what I do here. Ashish, are you coming for inaugural games in Kochi? Avinav, not sure, brother, because of the business here. We have Pro Kabaddi League on the same time, and we have ISL starting at the same time, and we will have various shows also coming up during the time. So let's see, maybe not during first part of the season. I think after Christmas will be the time we have to start traveling and start watching the games. Ashish bhai, new schedule of ISL, is that an advantage for ISL team? I think people will feel so. Some teams will feel that they're given the other team have been given the advantage, but say big teams, who are the ISL big teams? Kerala Blasters because they're fan following, ATK Mohun Bagan because they're spending, and they have won in past. Mumbai City FC, Bangalore FC, FC Goa, Hyderabad, Jamshedpur have recently won. So all are the big team. I think East Bengal will feel that they should not be given the first game. Maybe they could have given the bye, but what happened is that ATK Mohun Bagan were playing the AFC Cup, so they couldn't get involved. They couldn't get involved in the first 3 days. So you have Kerala Blaster, East Bengal playing, Bangalore FC, Northeast playing, Hyderabad, Mumbai City is playing, ATK Mohun Bagan, Chennai FC playing, which also mean Odisha FC has been given the bye. Not bye, they also playing Jamshedpur FC on Tuesday also. So I think it's a decent. East Bengal would have thought that they have been given 2 games in 7 days window. Other teams are not playing, and if somehow the ISL would have given them one match day off because they're still preparing, they started their preseason very late. But I think that's one thing they can complain about. I think now you have to see how the home and away games are being, how much traveling are there for the teams. So once you see the individual team-wise fixtures and see what kind of traveling you're doing, then I think it will be more clear. To give an example, Bangalore FC playing Northeast United. So because Northeast always have lots of traveling to do, Jamshedpur FC have lots of traveling to do. So what these teams prefer, once they come out of their home stadium, they like to do multiple away games, so that they don't need to come back again. So to give an example, Mumbai City FC playing on 22 October against Jamshedpur FC, then Jamshedpur FC going back home again, and then they also Jamshedpur FC staying at home. So I think that's how the Jamshedpur FC at least and Northeast United, these 2 teams, because the connectivity is not that, of course Jamshedpur FC don't have the direct connectivity also, they are dependent on Kolkata airport sometimes, but these 2 teams are teams who feel that when they are out playing away game, for example, they have come to play FC Goa, I think they will be very happy if they can play say Mumbai City FC in the same leg in same 7 days, or Bengaluru FC. If they're coming to play Chennai FC, they will be very happy if they can play Hyderabad or Kerala Blaster, so that the traveling time is less for them, and they can because the traveling from Guwahati to Hyderabad to Chennai to Kochi is tough, and that's how the teams also start struggling, because other teams have to go to Jamshedpur and Guwahati only once in a season. So both Jamshedpur and Northeast United, they have to do to and fro, and I think that's where the traveling sometimes became tough for them. So I think until unless currently we have complete fixtures, of course we'll see the team wise fixtures, but you can't say particular team have been favored. Everybody is playing 10 home games, 10 away games, they have to play 20 games. So you of course say East Bengal can complain about having their games very early, having first game giving them, which means they are underprepared. So let's see. Tactical videos I'm thinking about, because we are also getting another studio ready next door. So hopefully if it is done, we'll try to bring something for tactical videos also. Ashish, when there is a full-fledged league of 16 or 20 or 18 teams with promotion relegation, there should be no playoff system in future. There should be money distribution according to standing. I am not a fan of playoff, but I understand. See, when ISL started, it was a copy model of IPL. It's a franchise or MLS, whatever you can call. It's a franchisee-based model. Slowly, long-term contracts, young players are getting signed. Match are now moved to the weekends. Double headers only on weekend. Thursday to Sunday games. They are moving towards the football league, and I think by that time 10 years of the ISL get completed, which is the 10-year which was given to the franchisees. A relegation protection was given. 10 years were given to the Star Sports as a broadcasting rights. AFF and IMG deal, also Reliance deal will get expired in 2024. So by the time 2024 comes, I think you will feel and you will see the ISL being the full-fledged football league, and I think they are there. And it's not the only ISL having playoff. There are other leagues in football world who are having playoff. I'm very happy that they have involved a 5th place and 6th place team, which means that the other teams are also involved, not just the top team while the later part of the window. Is it mandatory to halt the league while international window and FIFA tournaments? No. ISL was played in the international windows. I think if I have to check, I think it was in past. I think last year also it was played in the later part of the window because the players were not released because of the COVID bubble. So it is not compulsory. International window, I think this don't. I have to check FIFA rules, but what I'm aware is the international window. When FIFA World Cup is going on, I think you can't organize any international country tournament during the same window. But that's what I'm aware of. But domestic football can go, and as we can see, ISL will take place when the FIFA World Cup going on. Sir, just one question: will Gallego continue in ISL? Gallagher's agent has been trying to generate interest for Gallagher for a while now, has been offered to multiple ISL teams. Some teams have shown interest on him, but as of now, no club have been offered him any serious offer till now. So let's see. I think it will change in next couple of days. When will India's men football team camp start? I think any day in next 6-7 days. I think we should be starting by 5th or 6th of September. I have to get the particular date. Sir, ATK Mohan Bagan के AFC के मैच का प्रीव्यू करोगे या नहीं? I think that game deserve it. Hardik Jadeja, we will try to do it. Don't worry. Can you tell what Bhutia tenure in AIFM Sikkim FA? I am not fully aware of Sikkim FA, but kind of role he was aware in Sikkim FA. At AIFM, I am aware of Baiching Bhutia was the technical committee head. I think for a very long period. So technical committee's main job is, to analyze the performance of coach, to appoint the head coach, to take decision related to football. So that's what technical committee do, and I think Baiching Bhutia was head of it. So, and of course, some decision by that technical committee was questionable. Fans asked these questions. So Baiching Bhutia did put his on record in media that, under his leadership at AFF Technical Committee, India's FIFA ranking got improved from 170 to 100 during Stephen Constantine era. So let's see. Your views on Dimitrios, is he good replacement for Alvaro? I think decent, Bharat, because people are not aware of the background scene or background picture what Kerala Blaster was fighting with while just trying to sign their forward player. So I think they have done well to bring Dimitrios, and I think great signing for Kerala Blaster, because see, last year when Alvaro Vasquez came and you can go back again, check the Kerala Blaster technical video. I said if Alvaro Vasquez can find his form at that time, he will be best striker in the league. And I think he didn't perform to the full of his potential for Kerala Blaster, but we saw the glimpse of talent he had, and I think now going to Mumbai City FC, let's see what he does there. Since transfer window in India is closed today, which club do you think utilized the window impressively? I think let's check the ISL. Let me check the window. I think if I straight up get thought of Mumbai City FC, because they have made sure that they have signed the best, best league players. Even is Alvaro or somebody like from Jamshedpur FC. I just forget the name, but I think Mumbai City FC have a very decent, very not decent, I think very good window. I'm surprised with the ATK Mohan Bagan approach though. They let go of David Williams and Roy Krishna, but I think their aim is to not this time. They are not looking to just to win ISL. They are looking to win, something like AFC Cup, and I think which they should be. And if they win the games, by the way, both the next two games, India will be hosting the AFC Cup final match. By the way, if they win it. So I think ATK, but I understand what Juan Fernando is trying to do, but I think he might ATK Mohan Bagan might struggle in ISL. They might do well in the AFC Cup with this, but I think Greg Stewart for Mumbai City was a great signing. I think Hyderabad I feel they could have invested more, considering they got a good money for Ashish Rai, but they make sure they retained Akash Mishra. But I think some of their signing, I think is questionable for me, being the defending champion. I think they could have shown more more commitment in the window to improve their squad. I still feel they have not improved their squad from last season, and this ISL being a home and away is not going to be easy, that for sure, because Ashish Rai, Aniket Jadhav, Shouvik Chakravarti, three good players have left. Of course, there are good youth players coming up, but I think straight away they have not brought the enough replacement. I think ATK Mohan Bagan at the 50-50 window, I will say, getting somebody like Ashish Rai, Ashik Kuran, Vishal Keth, Brandon Hamill, Pogba, Dimitri Petros, Devnath Mondal. I think decent, but then if you see Roy Krishna, David Williams, Parveer Das, Sandesh Jingan, great talent. So I think and they have not signed any centre forward. So I think until we see how the Juan Fernando team perform on the pitch, and will the big gamble he's taking on Indian forwards maybe change the way we will see leagues by the ISL, you know, coaches? If Liston Cavasso, Manmeet Singh, Ashik Kurain, all these players, they do well and score goal for maybe other franchisees might think that they need to give an Indian striker a chance. Talking about Kerala Blasters, they have signed good young players again. I think Victor Mongil, great signing, getting a centre back who knows the league. Both Ginau and the Greek signing forward looks good. Vidyasagar Singh, I think, had done the good signing, considering he had the potential, and Kerala Blaster had interest in him past also before he went to Bengaluru FC. So I think they needed that Indian centre forward. For a while they needed it, I think, and then finally they got it. And I think let's see how Ivan utilized Vidyasagar Singh, because again, if you can put Indian forward, you can put other foreigners in the important position. So I think Kerala Blasters, foreigner wise, they have been always very neat and clean in last couple of years. Of course, they have a good scouting network in Goa, so signing like Biras Miranda was great signing again for them, you know. And I think they have a good Indian players. They didn't need much. The position they needed was Vidyasagar Singh, I think, which they got very happy. They find Biras Miranda to replace somebody like Vinci Barreto was I think again decent signing. But you know, they have let it go Sanjeev Stalin, they let it go Satyasen Singh, Vidyasagar Singh on a have they already announced Vidyasagar on a departure? I have, sorry, not aware of this information with the ban and everything. Let me just check. Kerala Blaster fans, have been Vidyasagar loaned out from Kerala Blaster to okay, I have got, he have joined them on a loan from Bengaluru FC. So I think Vidyasagar, but I think again Kerala Blaster 70-30, I will say their window. They have let it go to players who are in surplus on the position. Now coming to Mumbai City FC, you know, the Vineet Rai, Changte, you know, Sanjeev Stalin, the Rostian Griffiths, Albert Noguera, you know, one of the best players FC Goa had, Greg Stewart, best player in the league, Pereira Dias, you know, another very good player who have done for Kerala Blasters. So I think they have done very well, and I think you can give 80% or 80 out of 100 to Mumbai City for the window. Bengaluru FC also had a massive window because they got Javi Hernandez from Odisha, great signing. Pavidas, which they wanted to sign last year, another great signing. Faisal Ali, who has done well in I-League, great signing. Hira Mondal, I think one of the people one of the players who were chased by many clubs. Roy Krishna is the signing. Of course, he has slowed down in recent years, but can Roy Krishna, Bengaluru FC have been looking for Roy Krishna for very long. Can Roy Krishna change the fortune for Bengaluru FC? I think if does, I think they have done great. Alexander Zovanik is another great player. I think they have done Sandesh Jingan, end of the window, again a great signing. Ashik Kurain, Silva, Pratik Chaudhary, Sarthak Gulai, Vidyasagar Singh, Rahul Raju both went on loan. But I think the departure is not that, the arrival look more stronger than the departure. I will give Bengaluru FC also 70, 80 out of 100 for their window. Odisha FC, again, for every season like Odisha FC, again another revamp of foreign players, especially, you know, but they have signed good foreigners again, just like every season they have signed good foreigners, I will say. Got good Indian players, some Indian players on loan like Rainier Fernandez, getting like Dhanichandra Mitei from Kerala Blasters on loan, Neeraj Kumar, another young Indian player. I think Narendra Gehlot, good signing. Michael Susiraj, another good signing. Nikhil Prabhu. But again, I think I will put a question mark on Odisha FC just because they do it every year, and you know, and every year they somehow messed up with their signings. So I am not sure, you know, how they see this going ahead. Chennai FC is another team which I am bit of you know, afraid of, not afraid but bit of worried for, because see the departures. Vishal Keth, first choice goalkeeper or a first teamer. Deepak Devrani and again another player who have been first choice, first team player. Devinder Singh can be say the bench player. Jamaprit Singh, first team, first choice player. Cherry Lalanzora can say first choice left back. Regan Singh, another player who played for them in past, but squad player. Now let's talk about the signing for Indian players they have brought in. Vinci Barreto, he was a squad player at Kerala Blaster, might be a squad player for them also. He is a kind of a replacement they got for Changte, by the way. or you can say Nintoi, which they have already signed last season. Other than that, Alexander Jessuraj can play on the wings. Decent signing. I think he will be the first choice player. Jitawasa Singh, young player. Saurabh Das, young player. Gumesh Singh, young player. Mohammad Rafiq, experienced player. But again, it's a bits of pieces squad player again. Akash Sangwan, young player. Sajal Bag, young player. Jackson Das, young player. Ajit Kumar can be first choice squad player. So all of these Indian players they have signed, they are players for the 2 years future player, and all the departures they had were the first team players. So I think of course they have signed the quantity. I'm afraid the quality at present time is not there with their Indian players, and this issue I've raised during the previous episode also, when these signings they were signing some random I-League players by the way that time also. So I think it's also fans need to ask the question to the directors who's responsible, because they needed some players who can make instant impact, and Andre Thapa signing that extension will feel now, if they don't do well again, if they fail to be finished in top 6, I think it will be a big failure for them also. I think their window, and I'm not, fans should not, kind of feel that I'm talking on negative side. The foreigners might do well, but some of these foreigners also have been, kind of have some randomness in their CVs. So let's see how they do. They're not having a good Durand Cup by the way. So let's wait and see. I will give the window 50 out of 100. And I still feel they could have sent some quality first choice Indian players instead of just going very aggressive with the young players. Now let's talk about FC Goa also. They have a kind of a small revamp in their foreign players, but signing Alvaro Vasquez from Kerala Blaster was the massive statement, considering they lost Albert Nogueira to Mumbai City FC, Ortiz, Ivan Gonzalez, also Ivan Cabrera, the foreign players they've lost. Signing Alvaro Vasquez, great signing. Arshdeep Singh, great goalkeeper, but how they're going to do it with Dheeraj Singh, two first choice goalkeepers, how they're going to manage, that's going to be a question. I think Nora Sodai, I'm looking forward to Nora Sodai. I think might be one of the surprise signing for fans when they see him play. Iker Gaur Taxena, if I hope I pronounce his name. Another interest, I think he's also very good signing. So they've done the scouting very well this time. Again, this is with the FC Goa, this theme of signing players. They do it very thorough scouting, and they know the targets are. And I think by the time league started getting in the last phase of the window, I think Ravi knew that he wanted to sign Alvaro Vasquez, and he's acted in a way to Alvaro Vasquez. Now let's come to the Northeast United. I still don't know how should I rate Northeast United. I think they are nowhere near to be rated. I think their window, their work is still pending. So considering they have lost VP Soer for a massive transfer fee to East Bengal, I'm not sure they have done enough to build this team. Amal Beni, good signing. Arindam Bhattacharya will give them good as a good goalkeeper option. Gaurav Bora, good signing. But let's see what they do with the foreign players before we can give them a rating. Now East Bengal FC, I think here I'm bit thoughts for East Bengal FC. I think they acted very quickly with the foreign players. Maybe they could have waited give a see how window turnaround, how many players are signed in Europe, and then maybe left 1 or 2 position for the later part to fill this. They acted very fast. Maybe they wanted to get the squad together, and maybe I feel they might miss some quality of players. Alex Lima has been not fit. Done well. He's a great player, by the way. I like him. But let's see. I think how he does with East Bengal. For Stephen Constantine, Silva will do well for Stephen Constantine. Personally, feel. Other than that, I think Shovik will also do well for Stephen. Amarjeet will do well for Stephen. Aniket Jadhav will do well for Stephen. Sarthak Gulai, Jerry will do well for Stephen. But I think Jerry was part of Stephen's plan when he was with the Indian football team. But I think we can't rate East Bengal window considering how less time they have got for it. But I think I will give it still better than the Northeast at this rate. And I think I said 50-55 for East Bengal for till now. But they have done very well considering the situation. But 0 marks to the East Bengal old official, by the way, to put the club in this situation. So I think this has been a kind of a wrap up of the transfers till now, the foreign players and everything. And I think let's take your opinion and questions regarding same very quickly. What is one? Okay. The questions are loading. And do hit the like button till now and let us know the not setup, but the digital transformation we have given to the this show especially. Thinking we will involve, we will put more elements very soon. So we are working on that. So I'm waiting for questions to get streamlined because lots of questions are coming, and I will try to take each and every question. Don't worry, don't spam. I'm going to put on a live chat. Let me give. What is one planning with ATK Mohan Bagan? Somebody said very quickly. The questions have went. JR Tamil, creating multiple chances but struggling in final third. Who is going to be number 9? And I think Manveer Singh has the potential to be number 9. Maybe Liston Classo. Can he play Manveer and Liston up front? I think, or Ashik or Liston up front. I think he need to play 2 up front to kind of make it. Or maybe he put 2 attacking number 10s behind Manveer or Liston Classo up front. So I think he what he's trying to do is make a team, solid team, who can win any midfield battle, who can win any defensive battle to win the AFC Cup. I think that's what his aim is. Ashish, this is the way how other top league in the world on weekend ISL coaches can prepare the tactics, recovery and rest stage. This Indian coaches can develop coach development. Kumar Reddy, I have hosted lots of coaches in a podcast. Everybody on that show have said they want more training time. They want to improve Indian players. Finally, it's happening, and I think fans should be happy. And I have said it. We are following roadmap. Many people are afraid that roadmap will be not followed. I'm going to say again, roadmap will be followed, and this is a part of the roadmap to make ISL a football league, not a franchisee league. And I think it's a great decision to put ISL on the weekend window now. Give some hint about your wonderful setup now. It's look very good. Thank you, Akshay. Can any prefix company name in clubs in ISL? So, for example, Bangalore FC in ISL, there GSW Bengaluru FC in AFC Cup. So AFC Cup, a rule of the club will be known by their private limited name, so that's why it's a GSW Bengaluru FC. ISL, there's no rule as such, what I'm told, because we've seen SC East Bengal in past, we have seen Quest East Bengal in past. Quest, I'm not sure playing ISL, but SC we've seen in past, so I think there's no hard and fast rule. I have to check for that, but in AFC Cup, you are represented by the your private limited name. Do you think Himanshu Jangra will get enough game time this season? I think finally he is in ISL. That I'm happy with. Stephen like hard-working strikers, and Himanshu, if he can put effort, I think he will get chance. Considering there will be 5 substitutions for this season also, I think he'll get chance. Northeast have been working on few domestic players, Arindam, and I will not disappoint you that they are working, but I think it's kind of a struggle till now, and they tried for a couple of loans, just like Odisha FC has done. But Odisha FC was very proactive with their loans, both the loans they have done, Dinachandra Matai or Rainier Fernandez, they're very aggressive and very upfront. Northeast have a laid back attitude just like every window. Now they're dependent on free agents to sign because window is getting closed tonight, and I'm sure they might be trying again, but I think it's very less time to complete the way Northeast operate. It's very less time to complete those transfers. So I think they will depend on their foreign players and see that Gaurav Boras and these players, Arindam Bhattacharya and ML Benny, can create some magic with the young Indian players they have. Any domestic incoming for Kerala Blaster? I think it's window is done. I'm not sure they have any incoming players for Kerala Blaster today. I think Vidya Sagar was the sign they're looking for. After economic backing, why academies of Bengaluru FC, Reliance Foundation not producing quality players like foreigners? Black Wolf, I think वो रातों रात नहीं होता भाई. It take time. These football academies, they have at least started putting players in the ISL first team. That's a great sign. How can you opinion on new foreign players? Nobody watched them play before. Most of the time, many good players come to India with a good record and flopped, and many unknown players played very good. That's what I've said many times. Big series player flopped. I have just told what I heard, what I have seen in the scouting reports, what I've felt from the people who are involved in these deals. For example, Alvaro Vasquez last season, I was very damn sure that he will be one of the best players in the league. And Greg Stewart, I was very sure about. So I'm not giving opinion. I'm just told what I'm heard. I don't understand why Indians watch European football. If I do watch something, I think maybe quality of the football is better. That's why they watch European Football League. How do you Kerala Blaster reserve squad in growth? I think Kerala Blaster, they have done well. Kerala Blaster reserve squad. See, again, I know I have read Kerala Blaster fans' opinions. They are very disappointed with the results. I think reserve team ultimate aim should be to create a pipeline for the senior team. Send these players to the senior team. I think they should not be judged by the results. Let me give one example. Manchester United under 22, under 23, under 21 team has relegated in past in recent time. Club like Manchester United, but they, of course, they value results, but they know this is a development pathway. We just want to develop players. So I think reserve team should not be judged on the results. That's one. If Ivan feels the reserve team coach have been providing him what he needs from the young players to graduate to the senior teams, I think his job is done. He should not be judged on the basis of result. Now, how he can be judged? Playing style. Even if they're losing 4-0, if they're playing the same way the Killers senior team plays, I think he's fulfilling the one outcome. That's one. And how many players are progressing in 1 or 2 years to the senior teams, and these are the two bases they should be reserve team coaches and teams should be judged, not on the basis of the on the performance, on the result they should be judged. Bhai, एक month है, only 4 games, पहले कितने होते थे, now coaches will have more time to work with. That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about fans also. For example, home fans, they have games every 2-3 days. Home games every 3 days, 4 days they have one home game. Now there will be situation when they might have only one game in 10 days. So it give a fans also time to plan for these games, to bring the families and everything, and they will wait for these games. Sometimes what happened, they even have tickets, they miss this game, they feel यार आज थक गया हूँ, आज कुछ काम आ गया है, अगले मैच में देख लूँगा, 3 दिन में मैच दोबारा है. Now they will thoroughly enjoy this time, and this will also help to create the culture of football in India. Will parents start taking their kids weekends game? Saturday is perfect night. Saturday, Sunday is off for the kids. Saturday they can go and watch football games. That's not a bad way to do it. Now again, another thing, the ISL will also compete with the Premier Leagues and the La Ligas at the same time. Same time zone. That's the major another doubt for the football fans, that how they do it. That's one. Another thing which I'm just checking, let me just check one more thing. I want to check timing of the double headers. So 5:30 and 7:30. I still feel maybe they could have kept 7 p.m. Especially for places like east side places, Kolkata, northeast, Jamshedpur. 2 reasons. I'm talking about the stadium going fans. At Guwahati, it's became very tough for them to travel back to home after game finished, around 9:30, 9:45. Same way in Kolkata, stadium is not in the main part of the city, it's in an outserve of the city, and same with Jamshedpur FCs also. So I think because the sun also set early there, maybe they, just like Premier League, they can have multiple time kickoff, but I understand why they want to keep it two kickoff times, because it creates the continuity amongst the TV going fans. But I think I really want the stadium fans to need to be given priority, and I think it will be great if we can shift the timings for the east side of countries, east side of teams to the 7 p.m. Ashish, what about the other option of Kerala Blaster foreign strikers? I think see, they have tried a couple of players. I will not be not saying that they didn't try it before they signed the Greek striker. But I think ultimately they feel, there are various things they need to work before they sign your players. And I think we'll get to the names maybe later part of the season, not now, because I don't want to create any negativity around that. So I think we'll talk, but they tried for the other players also, but I think ultimately they feel that the current player they have is the best choice they have. What's your opinion? Badminton is the number 2 sports currently in India. It will surpass cricket in 2030 and become number. I don't think so. Badminton is a popular sport, but I'm not sure. Say if you compare with cricket, if you have a Kanpur Badminton Open, there will be 50-60,000 people turn on the stadium to watch badminton. It's a popular sport because of the way it is played, the way it brings medals for India, but it's not that popular as a team sports like kabaddi or cricket or football. As I still feel badminton is a great sport, but I think still feel top 3 sports or top 4 sports in India still are the team sports. Cricket, kabaddi, football, hockey, and I think then of course they're followed by other sports. Under 17 SAF squad, let me also tell the under 17 SAF squad and little bit of my opinion. I don't want to give anything on that, but it's a very young squad. I have not watched many of those players seen live as of now, but I have heard about a couple of them. There were 3 goalkeepers, Sahil, Ghazi and Tajmul Ismail. Ricky Metai, another very good player coming up. Mukul Pawar, heard a lot about this kid also. Manjot Singh Dhami, Balkaran Singh, Suraj Kumar Singh, Chandan Yadav. Suraj Kumar, coaches have been praising him also. Then in midfield you have Gurnath Singh Garwai, Khorov Singh, Lal Pikula, Gute, Bobby Singh. I think Bobby Singh I have heard couple of times from the coaches again. Tokchom is another great player, upcoming player or young player with potential, I will say. Ahmed Dhar, and I'm not saying every player, I'm only saying of players who have heard from the coaches and the people who are in the known to who seen these players play. Saiza, Danny Metei, Fanay, Faizan Waheed, and Haukip. Haukip and Fanay are the common names, last name in Indian football. We have lots of players with Fanay and Haukip surnames. So let's see. Aman, good striker alongside Gangte, two forwards. This is how Viviano Fernandes team have been. They have always have been midfield heavy. He likes to play 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. So I think he will have his wingers playing, alongside Gangte or Aman up front. So I think they're playing Bhutan, and he has two games. Bhutan, if they beat Bhutan, they will reach the semi-final. They have then final on 14th of September. So I think that's a great starting for Indian team. It's in Colombo, by the way, and great to see Sri Lanka getting some football action, considering what they have gone through. And I think again these are young players. Let's not overpraise them, and let's not over criticize them. They are very young right now. They need just support from our side, not the judgment at this stage. भाई अभी और टीम्स को ऐड होनी है आईएसएल में, क्लब रेलीगेट होंगे तो इन्वेस्टमेंट क्लब जाएंगे और क्लब ओनर्स विल विड्रॉ. लेट्स सी, आई थिंक दैट्स अ फ्यूचर, वी कांट से एनीथिंग राइट नाउ. सर एएफसी ने 24 क्वालिफायर्स में इंडिया का क्या चांस लग रहा है? ऑस्ट्रेलिया, इराक, कुवैत है ग्रुप में. ऑस्ट्रेलिया हैज विड्रॉन. इराक, कुवैत, see, under 20 team India has not done well. I will be very honest. Even our other batches in past, I have never seen. I think the last batch of under 19 who did decently okay, I remember was Gurpreet batch when Dikar Alte and JJ was there, and they did also very well in the under 23 level. Then the Brendan batch was okayish at the under 19 level. Since then the under 19 teams have not done well. I have to of course check the each and every results, but going by on paper, seeing the SAF championship performance, I will not put if I'm a punter, I will not put money on India. But I think if India can defeat Kuwait, there is chances that India can go as a second placed team. Iraq will be tough for them to beat. Rate the performance of Vipin, Mohan and Amin for Killer as a reserve. See, I have not watched as in detail, so I can rate them before, so I will pass that question, sorry. Comments on, Soumya and Jyoti has signed for ZNK Dinamo Zagreb in Croatia, by the way. The Indian, another two Indian women's players who are going to Europe to play, and I think looks like the Indian women's players are trying to showcase to the men's footballers that that's the way you need to do. And I think all the best to both the women's footballers. Let's see how they do it. I think Indian women's football need a full-fledged league now. Hopefully with the new regime at AFF, you will see Indian Women's League in the new avatar very soon. What's your thought on Gunnar Nikim, Rajasthan United? He scored against Mumbai City FC. One more, he have a good ball control, composure and decisive the score goals. And I think that's the reason we did, a scouting report on him. And I think, see, that's the advantage of seeing the Durand Cup or Super Cup. You will feel these youngsters playing against the ISL team, they always will have extra motivation because they want to play in ISL one day, and they want to do well in ISL. So I think, recently, let me just check. We did one scouting report on Rajasthan United young player. I just want to make sure it was the same player or not. Just give me 1 second. I have not able to. I think, but it was the same player, and I think he looks good to me. But again, looking forward to see how he does in the complete, season in I League. And Rajasthan United have making decent team. I think everybody now hoping that if they can do well in this I League, win the I League, and they can go to the ISL, it will be great achievement. So I think who looks at this time, Gokulam Kerala, Mohammedan Sporting, big boys, yes, Gamar Nikun is the player for which we did this scouting report, which you can find in our website or in the India Future Star category. So in which we do these scouting reports for these players. so that Indian football fans are aware of what's going in Indian football, which players are coming up. So we're going to increase the pool of scouting reports in upcoming days, for especially from Durand Cup. From the Next Gen Cup also, we will watching the reserve teams of Mangaluru FC and Kerala Blasters. We have already shortlisted these players, and let's see. I think how he has scored 2 goals against 2 ISL teams in Durand Cup. So I think let's see how he does till now in I League, because Durand Cup sometime teams are still in the pre-season mode. I League will be tough, not easy as such. So if you search KNR Nukuma on the Google, you will get the and he's coming from Arunachal Pradesh, is the state where not many Indian footballers have come in recent time, and he has also played for Arunachal Pradesh under 15 level. So I think another pacey, trickery winger coming for Indian football who can score goals, and scoring against 2 ISL teams who have spent more money than any teams in Indian football history. HK Mohun Bagan and Mumbai City FC is a great achievement for him, and I think that's how he does. And he's just 17, by the way, 167 centimeter, perfect height for a for a winger. And of course he played in I League qualifiers. That's the point. He have been continuing with Rajasthan United. They have been developing him. Made his debut when you're 16-year-old in the I League second division. So I think he's a great upcoming player, and I want players like him also playing for India under-19 team. The under-19 team India, which played in SAP Championship, was the best Indian team, because AFF has a very various agenda, or this funda of just putting same players again in the under-19 who play for under-16 team. I think players like him, Gaimar, there are other players at the Bangalore FC reserve team, Killer Rasa reserve teams, which we have seen, who are very good, but they are not playing for under-19 just because of this weird rule or weird agenda from AFF side, and I think this youngster have already played 14 matches in I League last season, played in Durand Cup. He is ready to play for Indian under-19 team. He should be in their under-19 team for the qualifiers, but I'm sure he will be not there. But that's have been AFF have been taking care of these youth teams, and he's under contract till 2026. That's tell you everything about Rajasthan United, what they think about him. So I think once he moved to ISL club, he will be moved for big money. He's not going to move for less money. That's why he's in long term contract with them. And I think the winner which he scored in that win against HK Mohun was great. So I think let's see. He still needs to improve the decision making, when to dribble, when to pass, when to shoot. It still need to come on game, and it will come with experience. And I think sometimes he might look selfish, because that's the young players are. Sometimes they think that they can take complete all 4 defender by their own. I think which will come again with experience. So let's see. I think again playing in I League this season will help him. So let's see how he does it, and you can read his scouting report on our website, which is available for you guys. And hopefully next month onwards we'll have a scouting videos just like for these youngsters on this channel also. So I think guys, thank you very much. Update on the FA election tomorrow. We'll have more updates. Any updates on friendlies? Hopefully there will be some kind of update coming on for friendlies in next upcoming days. I'm just trying to see if any comments which have come. Messi, Ronaldo, who is GOAT for you? I think both. But I like players like I'm not Ronaldo fans. People who know me, they know this, But the journey of Ronaldo is different, The journey of Messi is different. So, and I think I know why. My question is, why can't we enjoy both? Ronaldo also, Messi also, and both have a different playing style also. One is known for Messi is the dribble, the vision, the passing, and the assist Messi provide. I think, but Ronaldo is better athlete, I will say, in terms of if you talk about athlete wise, and he has taken care of his body, changed his football, was a flashy right winger, went to left winger, now a centre forward. So done more in terms of transformation throughout his career, but I think Messi is a better natural footballer for me. So I think both have their own values. What are your thoughts on Sahel performance? And Sahel looks good. One of my favorite player, Kerala Blaster. and I was thinking that this again last season I keep on saying important season for him. He's put those numbers, the goals. Now in the season again, can he go to the next level? Say 5 goals, 5 assists this season, 10 goal and assist. He is one of the best playmaker in India, or I will say best secondary striker or advanced number 10 in India. But I think this is the season where he can be best, the number 10, advanced number 10 in India. JJ looks unlikely to win ISL, to involve in ISL. By the way, his both the knees have injuries and pains, so I'm not thinking that I've not heard that he's coming back in ISL for sure. ISL is a team who are playing beautiful football, buddy, and they qualify for next round. Kerala Blaster reserve team. I know Sandeep Sagar, but I still saw some Kerala Blaster fans complaining about the reserve team coach. They want him to go, and that's what I'm saying. Even they should be judged just on football and how many players they have graduated to the senior team, not on the results. That's the only point I want to say. Last season you said you want to see more from Sahel. Sahel proved his talent. Which other player from Kerala Blaster, other clubs you want to see more this season? It's great, Fariz. You have bring this. And it's not negative, that's what people need to see. It's not from negative side. I love Sahel because we don't have many Sahel like players in India, players who have that close control, players who have that flair to play for. And I really wanted Sahel to do well and to get put his numbers on his CV, because that will make him to the next level footballer. Now, I think who are the other footballers? I still feel Brendan need to contribute more. Sahel can go to the next level. Sahel has the potential in next 3 years to become the best Indian footballer, and I think I have not given this compliment to many footballers. Liston Colasso is another player. I still feel he has done well last season, but can he go and score say 10 goals in ISL this season? I think that should be challenge for Liston Colasso, considering the kind of hype and the transfer fee has generated. I think Mohammad Nemil had a disappointing ISL season with injuries, mix of Senate Durand Cup again. I think he has the potential to be again, do well. Who are the other players? I think these are some of players. Of course, straight away it's not coming to my head right now. I have to check the squads, and then I can say Changte is another player I have been big fan for the years. I still feel he has not lived to his potential, which when we saw him making debut for India against Nepal, scoring those 2 goals, Changte has not lived to his potential, and I'm very disappointing till now. He's still young, still have that potential to go to the next level. Akash Mishra, I think being a left back, he has been doing very well in last 2 seasons. If he can retain that as a left back and improve his defensive side of his game, it will be great. My thoughts on Kerala's transfer, I think solid 70, I will say, because they have led, but again, I think there is lag or something. He is the one who who need more game time to do well. So let's see. Sahel needs 8 goal assists per season regularly. I think that will be too much to ask for this season. Can he go and do 5 goals, 4 assists, or say 6 goals, 4 assists? Can he get 10 goals and assists? That will be a good season for Sahel, and I think that will be great. And I think there are more young players, of course, which I have to go through the list of young players from each team before we can. And I think maybe we can do this article. What should we expect from these young upcoming Indian players in this upcoming ISL season? Article or video very soon. Norim Roshan Singh, can he retain his position at Bengaluru FC, considering they've signed Hira Mondal or Parveer Das? What he does, will he be there in the full-back position or play in the winger position? I think other than that, Hyderabad FC Rohit Dhano have to show that the potential which he have shown in the under 16 days, he has still have that inside him. Injuries have not changed that. Big season, considering they have let it go of Aniket Jadhav and kept Rohit Dhano. Devinder again, they have Goa have trusted him. So let's see how. And there's a couple of more played FC Goa which I want to see. And again, when we go through squad, then we can talk about who are the other young players at Odisha. Also good young players. Jamshedpur FC, they have some good young players coming up. Kerala Blaster Ayush, can he go to the next level again? Puita, can he go to the next level? Jixan Singh, can he start scoring some headers again? Changte, and Changte's name is not new on this show, by the way, Mr. A. When last year Hyderabad was playing Durand Cup with the reserve squad, if I remember, Changte did very well in that tournament, and I think I named his that time that he should be kind of fast track to the Hyderabad team. Let's see how he does this season. Rahul KP plays the centre forward Kerala in pre-season training. What's your thought on that? I think because Ivan wants an Indian forwards who can play, and then Rahul KP can play there, and we have seen him past in friendlies for India youth teams playing in the centre forward, and I think even his size is not very big. Rahul KP is one of the Indian players who like to tussle, who like to go for the 50-50 ball, and I think he will enjoy to play on the centre forward role, and that's the reason also he's been injured a lot, because he's that not aggressive, but he's the player who goes for the 50-50 balls in training also. You're wrong about calling Messi's talent purely natural, Ashish. You really think Messi don't have to manage his fitness, just like CR7, he don't have abs like him, but he's no way out of shape. I never said he is out of shape. I say footballing ability wise, Messi is one of the best in the world, maybe just behind Diego Maradona. I have not seen him live, of course, seen the videos, that's all. But Ronaldo didn't have the footballing ability when he came to the Manchester United in 2003, by the way. It took him 3 years to develop the footballing ability. 2006 season onwards, Ronaldo had a great season. Even Rooney came later at Manchester United 2004, and I'm a Manchester United fan, that's what I'm telling. Rooney had a bigger impact on Manchester United in the first few years than Ronaldo. So Ronaldo took his time to develop. When Messi was 15-16, world over knew that this is the next big talent. He is the heir of Ronaldinho at Barcelona. And so Messi was that, and Messi playing style also. It was very similar when he came, and it remained throughout the last 10 years. The playmaker, the number 10, the secondary striker, and some playing the false number 9. The dropping deep, bringing ball, linking a play, getting those assists. Ronaldo was a flashy winger, one trick pace and step overs, and then he got into knuckleball shots, which he got free kick goals. Then he got into left winger, cut inside and score. Then when he went to Real Madrid, became a typical goal scorer. So Ronaldo has a different journey as a footballer. So I think that's what I'm trying to say. Messi's natural ability can't be challenged by anyone. Ronaldo's overall fitness, overall journey as a footballer can't be challenged. Success at United, success at Sporting, success at Real Madrid, not success but decent impact at Syria, Coming back to Premier League, scoring 17 goals, not bad. Even I'm a fan of Manchester United keeping Ronaldo. I felt they need to build for future. They should have let it go, Ronaldo. So that's it. I think it adds somebody inside Indian football, but just wanted to clear on the question. Odisha FC. I think Nara. My thoughts have been very same for all this season. Odisha FC have been doing reboot every season with the foreigners. Can they just hope now keep Wombo for a couple of years and build this squad? I think with top 6, if any team in top 6 should be the ultimate target for each team. Who are the teams will be very disappointed with the amount of money they've invested and not finish in top 6 in last 2-3 seasons? ATK Mohun Bagan, Mumbai City, FC Goa, Kerala Blaster, Bengaluru FC, I think Odisha, Jamshedpur FC considered them in the league shield, Hyderabad, Chennai FC doing the rebuild. And I think everybody will be very disappointing. They will not if they don't finish in the top 6. So let's see, how does they do. Even Northeast United fans hope that there will be magic from the coach and the foreign players. They will get into the playoffs one more time. Shan Pandita gave more game time this season. Looks unlikely, as I told already. Gamer, I like it, Jitesh, but I want to see more into this I-League. Let's see what he does, and I think it's a great talent for upcoming. I hope that can he be called to the Indian team, it will be great. Which newly coach do you think will bring a big change in the respective club? I think Bengaluru FC, that's one. Stephen Constantine will definitely going to bring a change. How we have seen East Bengal. I think a couple of these. Let's see other coaches and then see. Telecast of friendlies in September, not clear till now. Let's wait. Adrian Luna will be joining Kerala Blaster very soon. Don't know the exact date as of now. So guys, thank you very much. The weekly shows will be back. Who will make it tomorrow? Chobe and Bhutia. I think, of course, we know Chobe is the favorite to become the FA president. So hopefully, tomorrow's sunrise, and by the time day dawns, we see the sunset. The new era of Indian football starts. A new regime will come who will give priority to Indian football, not to the politics of India, politics of the AFF. They reboot the AFF. They will reboot the Indian grassroots football. They will reboot the Indian football team. They will change these bullshit rules of not calling up under 19 players to Indian and under 19 just because they have not played for India under 16 team in past. And that's a very bullshit rule I've seen, and I'm sorry for the word to be used here. But see, if some like this Rajasthan United kid, if he's doing well, he is 17. He has played 17 I-League games. He has played more I-League games than anybody in under 19 team who played in SAF Championship. Why he should not be there in that India under 19 team for the AFC qualifiers? He is scoring his ATK Mohan Bagan and the Mumbai City. He is not just one player. There are many more players like these. So these kind of rules need to be changed. At AFF. So hopefully new regime comes tomorrow. They will change these, and keeping finger crossed. They will follow the national code. They will follow the AFF new constitution, which we're still not aware of, which is the final constitution of the AFF, which will come very soon. So I think keeping the finger crossed. Let's hope what's going around, and you can follow KLNow, KLNow.com. All the transfer news and everything is there coming on our website. Kabaddi coverage, Olympic sports coverage, Indian football coverage, everything is coming up. We have opened up various social media handles now, which of course you can regularly see on the screen, on your screen here and there. So which @KLNow on Twitter, on Instagram so that you can see. So I think hopefully just give me 1 second. Yeah, hopefully we'll have more updates regarding national team camp, friendly updates and everything in next week show. And under 20 conditions, Iraq still not, AFC not saying anything. Jitesh bhai, we're waiting for AFC to say anything. Let's see what they says. So thank you very much guys. If you not like this video, do hit the like button. I will see you next week on Thursdays inside Indian football, and that's the reason we shifted to Thursday, because I knew the games will start from Thursday, so it doesn't make sense to do on a Friday when there is a game. So I think Thursday 6 PM now for this season will be locked for inside Indian football. Kerala Blasters promote to reserve player Nihal and Sirikutan. Kerala Blasters giving importance to grassroots process rather are buying players for big money. I like it. I think Sirikutan and Nihal looks good in the next Gen Cup. I've seen next Gen Cup games. Very honest, have not seen the Durand Cup games of Kerala Blasters fully in full, so will not judge on that. But next time will look good. Under 17 squad have been announced. Yes, it has been announced today only. Under 20 team has not announced for the qualifiers. Let's see what happened there. So guys, thank you very much for joining in. I will see you again next week, Thursday, with the next episode of Inside Indian Football. Thank you.